Welcome to Legion Builds, where I guide you on how to bring your favorite fictional characters into Dungeons & Dragons. This video and all my content is brought to you by my Patreon supporters, and it's dedicated to everyone who subscribes to my channel. Wouldn't do any of this without you guys, so thank you all so much. Today we're building Eric Brooks, better known as Blade. Born as a Daywalker, a half-vampire, Blade is the scourge against all evil magical creatures. Heads up real quick, we're not building movie Blade, we're going for comic book Blade. And I know what you're saying, but they are not the same. Comic book Blade is far stronger and more interesting. If you're wanting to build movie Blade, Kensai Monk with Ranger, that's basically it. Over the course of the comic books, Blade has had a number of abilities. After being exposed to the Darkholme, he received magical abilities such as weapon creation, and after being bitten by the living vampire Morbius, he now has the ability to grow wings, heighten speed, enhance strength, and more. He even claims that he can transform into a bat, but he might have made that up just to get Deadpool to be quiet. We'll be ignoring that one, as we've never seen it. To round everything out, Blade has extensive magical knowledge that goes beyond supernatural creatures. For today's build, we'll be using the Player's Handbook, Xanathar's Guide to Everything, Sword Coast Adventurer's Guide, and Van Richten's Guide to Ravenloft. We're using standard point array to make things simple for you should you want to roll for stats or use point buy, and we are multi-classing with 3 stat minimums, so keep an eye on those. Let's start things off with Charisma at 15. You are one of the most feared individuals amongst supernatural creatures and non-supernatural creatures. Dex will be next at 14. You are incredibly agile and a stealth master. Wisdom will be 13. Your senses are very finely attuned and it's a stat minimum. Con will follow at 12. Like Wolverine, you have taken a lot of damage and kept going, though you're not as good as Wolverine. Strength will be low at the 10, and we're going to have to dump intelligence, which is sad because both are way too low for you, but we have 2 low stats and we have to use them. Blade is a Damnfear, so let's use Damnfear, found and Van Richten's. Place +2 in Dex and +1 into Charisma. Your speed is 35 feet. Ancestral Legacy grants you 2 skills granted by your lineage. Take Acrobatics and Athletics. Dark Vision lets you see in darkness as if it's dim light out to 60 feet. Deathless Nature means you don't need to breathe. Spider Climb gives you a climbing speed equal to your walking speed. Vampiric Bite grants you fangs that count as simple melee weapons that deal 1d4 piercing damage, and you have advantage on the attack if you are below half health. These fangs can use your con modifier instead of strength, and if you use them on a living creature, you can empower the bite. If empowered, you regain hit points equal to the damage dealt, or can add to your next skill or attack roll equal to the damage. You can empower your bites equal to your proficiency bonus between long rests. For background, grab Arcana and Religion. Alright, let's make you a monster hunter. Level 1 Rangers start off with 3 skills. Take Perception, Stealth, and Survival. Deft Explorer grants you new features over the course of this build. To begin with, you get Canny. You learn 2 new languages of your choice, and you can double your proficiency bonus to a single skill you are proficient with. Place this into Stealth. Favorite Enemy makes you an expert on certain types of creatures. Choosing an enemy like Undead, you now have advantage on survival checks to track them, and intelligence checks to recall information about them. You will also learn 1 language that your favorite enemy would speak. Level 2 Rangers now have a fighting style. Dueling adds +2 to damage when holding a weapon in one hand and holding no other weapon. Spell casting gives you the ability to cast spells as a half caster. You start off with 2 first level spells. Cure Wounds heals you 1d8 plus your wisdom modifier. Hunter's Mark lets you choose a creature to mark with a bonus action within 90 feet. For 1 hour while you maintain the spell, you will deal an extra 1d6 damage to the marked target, and you have advantage on perception and survival checks to find them. If the target dies before the 1 hour is up, you can move the mark to a new target with a bonus action. Level 3 Rangers receive their subclass, and this one's pretty obvious. Monster Slayer, found in Xanathars, makes you a better killer against evil creatures. Hunter Sense allows you to magically discern how to hurt a creature. With an action, you can choose a creature within 60 feet of you. You immediately learn if the creature has any damage immunities, resistances, or vulnerabilities, and what they are unless they are being hidden by divination magic. You can use this a number of times equal to your wisdom modifier between long rests. Slayer's Prey gives you a way way to mark a target as your prey. As a bonus action, you choose one creature within 60 feet and choose it as your prey. The first time you hit it each turn with a weapon attack, it takes an extra 1d6 damage. This lasts until you finish a short or long rest, or if you choose a different creature. Slayer magic gives you bonus spells for certain levels you take in Ranger. For this level spell, Protection from Good and Evil allows you to protect one willing creature for up to 10 minutes from a chosen type of creature. When you cast this spell, you choose the creature type. This type can be Aberration, Celestial, Elemental, Fiend, Fey, or Undead. While you maintain this spell, the target can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed by the chosen type. If they are already under the effect, they have advantage on any saving throw to end the effect. Primeval Awareness lets you burn Ranger spell slots to expand your awareness. For 1 minute per spell slot, you can sense if certain types of creatures are within 1 mile of you. These creatures are Aberration, Celestials, Undead, Dragons, Elementals, Fey, or Fiends. You do not know the total number or the location, just that they are there. For your new Ranger spell, take what you want. There are some pretty good spells here. Your character level 3 now, your spider climb is now upgraded and it will allow you to climb any surface, including upside down. Level 4 Rangers earn our first ability score improvement. Place this into Dex for better stealth and attack. Level 5 Rangers receive extra attack. You can now attack twice with a single attack action. You also gain second level spells. For your Slayer spell, Zone of Truth creates a 15-foot radius sphere within 60 feet of you. For 10 minutes, any creature that enters the spell area for the first time or starts in it must make a charisma check. On a failed save, they cannot speak a lie while in the area. They can avoid telling the truth, but anything they say must be the truth. You know whether they fail or succeed. For your new Ranger spell, Pass Without a Trace adds +10 to your stealth while you maintain this for 1 hour. While active, you can't be tracked by non-magical means, and you leave no trace behind you as you move. Level 6 Rangers gain a new favorite enemy. I would suggest Fiends or Lycanthropes. You also gain a new feature with Deft Explorer. Roving increases your speed to 40 feet, and you gain a swimming speed equal to your walking speed. Alright, time to get more magical abilities. Level 1 Warlocks have an otherworldly patron. Undying, found in the Sword Coast Adventurer's Guide, will make you harder for vampires to hurt you. Among the Dead gives you the cantrip Spare the Dying. This allows you to touch one creature that is dying and automatically stabilize them. Also, this feature makes undead have a problem with you. If an undead creature targets you with a harmful spell or attack, they must make a wisdom save. If they fail the save, they can't target you and must choose a new target or forfeit the attack or spell. If they succeed, they are immune to you for 24 hours, and if you attack them, they become immune for 24 hours. Pact Magic makes you a spellcaster, kind of. You will have limited spell slots, but have those spell slots raised in level, and multi-classing with other spellcasters will not require you to figure out how many spell slots you get. Heads up, Ranger is a wisdom-based spellcaster, and Warlock is a charisma-based, so you use two different DCs in spell attacks and focuses. You're going to start off with 2 cantrips and 2 spells. For your spells, False Life grants you temporary HP for 1 hour, equaling 1d4 plus 4. Using higher spell slots can add 5 plus to your temporary HP per slot level. Hex is similar to Hunter's Mark, but when you mark the creature with a bonus action, you will deal 1d6 necrotic damage when you hit them with an attack, and you can give them disadvantage on one skill check of your choice when you mark them. Like Hunter's Mark, this lasts for 1 hour and must be maintained, so it can't be stacked. Eldritch Blast fires 2 shots out to 120 feet and deals 1d10 force damage to the target of each blast that gets hit. You have 1 more cantrip, go nuts. Level 2 Warlocks gain Eldritch Invocations. These are enhancements that grant you new spells or abilities. For those invocations, Devil's Sight allows you to see within darkness and Magical Darkness out to 120 feet as if it's normal. This means you see perfectly in darkness. Agonizing Blast adds your Charisma modifier to your Eldritch Blast damage. For your new spell, take what you want. Level 3 Warlocks receive a Pact Boon, and this will be getting the one thing the Darkholme gave you that we're keeping. Pact of the Blade allows you to magically create a weapon with an action. The weapon can be any melee weapon you want, it will disappear if it's more than 5 feet away from you, and you can bond with a magic weapon if you choose. You also receive second level spells. For your new spell, Darkness creates a 15-foot radius sphere within 60 feet of you of pure magical darkness. Dark vision cannot see through it, and normal, non-magical light cannot pierce it. Level 4 Warlocks earn another ability score improvement to cap off decks. For your new spell, take what you want. You also get a new cantrip, have fun choosing. Level 5 Warlocks receive a new invocation. Improved pack weapon adds +1 to your pack weapon's attack and damage and makes it a focus for your Warlock spells. You also now have 3rd level spells. For your new spell, Fly gives you a flying speed of 60 feet for 10 minutes while you maintain this spell. You are now character level 11. You now can fire 3 Eldritch Blasts with a single action. Level 7 Monster Slayer Rangers gain Supernatural Defense. Now when the target of your Slayer's prey forces you to make a saving throw, or when you make an ability check to escape a grapple from them, you can add a d6 to the roll. For your new spell, Long Strider adds 10 feet to your total movement for 1 hour. Level 8 Rangers earn another ability score improvement. Let's grab a feat. Fey Touch adds +1 to Wisdom and gives you 2 spells. Misty Step gives you a burst of speed and teleports you 30 feet with a bonus action. Gift of Alacrity gives you a bonus d8 to your initiative checks for 8 hours. Landstride makes moving through non-magical difficult terrain cost no extra movement, and non-magical plants can't slow you down or damage you. You also have advantage on saving throws against plants that have been magically created or manipulated to impede your movements. Level 9 Rangers receive 3rd level spells. For your Slayer spell, Magic Circle creates a 10-foot radius, 20-foot tall cylinder for 1 hour. When you create this cylinder, you choose a creature type from Celestial, Elementals, Fey, Fiend, or Undead. The creature can't willingly enter the cylinder by non-magical means and must make a Charisma check to teleport into it. The creature has disadvantage against targets inside the cylinder. Finally, anyone within the cylinder can't be charmed, frightened, or possessed by the creature. You can also reverse this and trap the chosen creature inside. This does not need to be maintained and stays up for the full hour. For your new Ranger spell, Non-Detection makes you untraceable to divination magic for 8 hours. Now divination magic can't target you, or you can't be spied upon through magic. Level 10 Rangers gain their final feature from Deft Explorer, Tireless. This gives you temporary HP equal to 1d8 plus your Wisdom as an action. You can give yourself temporary HP a number of times equal to your proficiency bonus between long rests. You can also now lower your exhaustion level by 1 with a short rest. Nature's Veil turns you invisible with a bonus action until the start of your next turn. You can do this a number of times equal to your proficiency bonus. Level 11 Monster Slayer Rangers now have Magic User's Nemesis. When you see a creature casting a spell or teleporting within 60 feet of you, you can use your reaction to try and stop them. The creature must now make a Wisdom save, or the spell or teleportation fails. You can only use this once per short or long rest. For your new spell, take what you want. Level 12 Rangers earn our final ability score improvement. Knock out that negative in intelligence. Level 13 Rangers now have 4th level spells. For your Slayer spell, Banishment targets one creature within 60 feet of you and forces a Charisma save. Should they fail, they are placed in a pocket dimension for 1 minute while you maintain the spell. If they are not from the plane of existence you are currently on, like fiends, at the end of this spell they are sent back to their home dimension. For your Ranger spell, Locate Creature allows you to sense the direction of a creature you can describe or name if it is within 1,000 feet of you, as long as you maintain this spell for 1 hour. Level 14 Rangers gain a new favorite enemy. Choose whatever you want. You're good at fighting undead, fiends, werewolves, and other magical creatures. Vanish allows you to use Hide as a bonus action, and now you can't be tracked by non-magical means. Our final level is level 15 Ranger and Monster Slayers receive Slayer's Counter. Now when your Slayer's prey forces a saving throw on you, you can use your reaction to make one weapon attack against them. If you hit, you automatically pass the save. For your final spell, Freedom of Movement makes it so for 1 hour you are unaffected by difficult terrain and magical effects can't reduce your speed. And you can't be targeted by magic that paralyzes or restrains you. Also, you can escape from non-magical restraints by spending 5 feet of movement, so no need to cut off your own hand again. Now that we've hit level 20, let's recap. Your stats are Strength 10, Dex 20, Con 12, Intelligence 10, Wisdom 14, Charisma 16. Your total levels are Warlock 5, Ranger 15. Let's dive in. You are an impressive hunter. You have advantage in tracking multiple types of creatures, can sense their location, sense weaknesses, undead have trouble hitting you, can trap them within magic, disturb their magic, banish them, blind them, and add d6s to damage dealt to them. You can't be tracked by non-magical means or magical. Your weapon is magical. You can escape shackles, see perfectly in darkness, give yourself temporary HP, turn invisible, teleport, have a movement of 40 feet, and can bump that up to 50 feet. Oh yeah, and you can fly. Downside. Firstly, you have 2 spellcasting modifiers, which is not great. You also have minor resource management, but that's because you're a warlock. In the end, all this is not too bad. You don't have much need for your spell DC, as your magic is tailored for tracking and stealth. Become the most feared monster hunter in the world. Track your quarry and take them out once and for all. Thank you for joining me today. Make sure to like and subscribe to not miss a single new build each week on YouTube and Spotify. Make sure to check out my Patreon where you can help decide next week's new character.